And welcome to Kittredge Field here on this cloudy Saturday afternoon. This is a very exciting matchup. Welcome to ScoBuff Sports. My name is Alex Roberts. I'm joined by Harrison Simeon today. It's a two-man show. And we are here for this massive game between number 4 Colorado and number 1 Boston College.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Good morning here at Kiddie Field. I believe you said afternoon, but it is indeed still the morning. But,
yeah,
unusual game, unusual time, but, grab a coffee, get your Starbucks, coming out to Kiddie Field, and we got a good one, 1 versus 4.
Yeah, I mean, we just finished up watching BYU Northeastern, one of the plethora of games here at the Mile High Tournament. There were 2 games up at the 8 a.m. window. BYU Northeastern were playing here, and Northeastern came up with a huge upset win against BYU. BYU really tried to come back in that game, down 4 in the second half.
Oh, that was massive, and they did come back indeed. They came back to tie it. Looked like we may be headed to a sudden death overtime, but Northeastern found their goal on an 8-meter shot, about 30 seconds to go. So, big time upset for unranked Northeastern. And yeah,
it's a tough one for number 8 BYU.
Indeed, but that's kind of the way these kind of tournaments work. There
Yep.
can always be these upsets.
Northeastern, one of 3 unranked teams in this tournament, along with Colorado State and UCF. Colorado State and UCF will actually play today, so that should be fun for those 2 teams. And then Northeastern will play Notre Dame here tonight or later today.
It's on YouTube on ScoBuff Sports, SKO Buff Sports.
We're about a minute and 15 seconds away from opening draw. Between number 1 and number 4, I mean, Boston College played 2 games yesterday, and they dominated in both of them. They beat Notre Dame pretty handily, and then the big surprise, they really handed it to number 2 Pittsburgh. Number 2 Pittsburgh was not in the rankings before this week, but I think they actually had not played enough games to actually be considered for the rankings. So they jumped from not ranked all the way up to 2. So we got to see a 1 versus 2 matchup yesterday. Boston College took that one handily. I think the final score was around like 18-7. We'll give you a full breakdown of the schedule in between the first and the second quarters from yesterday's results here at the Mile High Tournament. 10 teams are in town in Boulder, including 6 of the top 10 teams, and including the top 4 teams in the country: Boston College, Pittsburgh, Georgia, and Colorado.
Yeah, and we could be seeing Colorado play Georgia also.
Yeah, they're playing tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and then Michigan as well.
Yeah.
And so, very tough schedule on this tournament for the Buffs, but I think if they can pull this out, especially today, as buzzer sounds, we look to be maybe getting going.
Yeah, we're ready.
We look to be ready, but a game like this is a big test on how Colorado stacks up to the best in the country. I mean, you can't get any better than this.
No, it does not get any better than this. Boston College, the defending champs, have not lost a game this year. They have been dominant all year. They're headlined by Katie Duttenhofer, who has, in just 9 games, 46 goals and 12 assists, 58 points in just 9 games.
That is kind of insane, I will say. I mean, and you said she averaged just 6.4 points a game by herself, which is incredible and almost an impossible strategy, like when you have someone dominating that much. So I think maybe the strategy for the Buffs today would be to just let her do her thing and make sure to snatch up everything else. And if you can get more than 6 goals, or maybe she has an off day, then you have a very good chance to win. But if you lock her up or just let her do her thing, get her 6 goals or so, that's a very attainable margin for CU. And if they can make sure that no one else really gets going for Boston College, then I would like our chances in that.
Yep, so Duttenhofer, one of the 2 Duttenhofer sisters, it looks like 2 of them are on this team, both playing attack. Katie wears number 12. Sarah wears number 7 and has 4 goals and 6 assists on the season, 10 points, averaging about a little over a point a game. It looks like we are ready for the opening draw here between Colorado and Boston College. What do you expect here in this first quarter?
I expect both teams trying to start fast. I mean, especially Colorado being the underdog against the defending champs, try to kind of catch Boston College off guard, start fast, start physical. And yeah, I think for Boston College just to kind of be wary of that, be prepared. I mean, they're a definite, I know it's 1 versus 4, but still feels like a David versus Goliath with an undefeated team faces anyone.
I agree. Considering how Boston College played against Pittsburgh yesterday, yeah, I totally understand that sentiment. Now we're ready for the opening draw. Avery Matthews is in there for the Buffaloes. Buffs Eagles is underway here at Kittredge Field. And the Eagles will get the first possession of the game. This is Grace Arthur, who controls the initial draw. Try to set something up here early. Here's a pass and a goal. In the first 20 seconds, Boston College is up 1-0.
Yeah, just a easily drawn up play there. No real resistance from the Buffs defense. Just kind of letting them go down, get the pass from behind the net to in front, and that's bread and butter for Boston College, I will say.
It's a very routine goal to start this one.
How's the audio?
And you know what? I think we were talking about Katie Duttenhofer. I think she actually did get the goal there, number 12, there for Boston College.
It was
And
Duttenhofer?
I think so. Yeah, they don't have a 13, so yeah. Katie Duttenhofer's already on the board. It only took her 27 seconds.
Hey, and I know the strategy would be to kind of let Duttenheimer do her thing, but
And Colorado gets the ball.
as I was saying, just kind of, if you can limit her chances to get the ball in good opportunity, in good spots in front of net, just kind of let her do her thing on the outskirts, on the sidelines. But, that spot right out in front is the toughest spot to save. So
Yeah, it was a great setup and I'm pretty sure that's a pretty routine goal for her. Well, anyways, there's a call. Ava Ganter was the Buff in possession. It looks like she's going to get an 8-meter shot.
that's big for the Buffs.
An opportunity to tie this one up early. Ganter can't get the shot off. It's still loose. Ball loose on the turf. Now it's lifted in the air. There's another whistle. And Colorado ball.
It's good.
A couple good calls
job
here
by the Buffs to kind of get those calls. Maybe, in a lot of sports, when you get the other team, when you're the underdog, frustrated, that can lead to good things, to good goals, to easier opportunities, and there it is.
There you go. There's the tying goal.
Or not. No, never mind.
No?
It looked like it went behind the net,
No.
but
Yeah.
and we did hear celebration, but a good fan turnout, I guess, by Boston College.
I think that was also their bench, too. I was fooled as well.
Oh, all right. Well, my bad.
Well, now Boston College trying to go 2 for 2 in terms of scoring when they have possession.
And for the Buffs, I mean, a good job, even though it did not end in a goal, to kind of get down there, to get those opportunities. Still very early. You just don't want this game to get out of hand too quickly.
Well, here's Duttenhofer to give it back to Seisnel. Here's Grace Arthur for the Eagles. Pass down. Duttenhofer is fouled, it looks like, and that's not Duttenhofer. That is actually Megan Chase, the other attacker who has been lights out for this Eagles offense. She has 23 goals on the season averaging 4.5 points per game. Looking for a first goal and first point, backs off. And gets stripped, the ball gets stripped away from her, and it's picked up by Chase Kreibel of Colorado.
Just a very, very good defense there on the 8-meter. Good defensive and making her back off, and then eventually coming up with the ball without letting Boston College get a good opportunity as we have a stoppage here.
So Colorado will get possession, and it looks like that's going to be McKinley Mullen who will start things off for this Buffs team, number 6, after the stoppage. Try to set something up. It's Amberly Peterson right now for Colorado. Peterson sends it back. Matthews across. Now Ganter finds Peterson. Peterson trying to find a pass, and a little too high. Ball is loose and picked up by the Eagles. That pass a little too high for Bella Sobel. So the Eagles take it over. Still a 1-0 game.
Yeah, and just another good job by the Buffs to get down there and kind of force Boston College to, play the defense they want them to play. And kind of, I think a big key to this game is to keep the possession. Because if you just let Boston College go through their plays and their little sets they run up and draw up, you're not gonna end up winning this game. I think it's a key for both teams to kind of keep the ball away from the other when both have such good scoring abilities.
I agree. I think and Colorado will get it back. Boston College turns it over. So Colorado will get possession.
Actually, I believe it's staying with Boston College.
It says Boston College?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my bad.
It's all right.
I saw the ref put it up.
Yeah, he did
point in our direction.
He did point in our direction, but the other ref maybe
Must
disputed
have,
it.
yeah. Well, there's actually a stoppage here with 9:59 left.
Ooh.
And a takeaway. Here's Matthews for Colorado. Loses control, but picks it right back up. Fires a pass for Sobel, and it hits. Sobel trying to get a direct line to the net. Will be pushed away by Arthur after comes and assists Catherine Nids. Matthews down low to Sobel, and now Amberly Peterson goes behind the net.
And another good job by the Buffs to force that turnover, caught on the fly, and to force that fast break, force Boston College to get on the retreat, and another possible opportunity here.
Colorado looking for their first goal of the game. Here's Mullen. Passes it back now, Matthews. Trying to find a pass, maybe even charge the net herself. Matthews gets swarmed and is fouled. Potentially an 8-meter shot here for Colorado and Avery Matthews. Refs will deliberate and talk it over for a moment.
Doesn't look like an 8-meter, just a retained possession, or is it possible?
No, it looks like
ball? Yeah.
Boston College takes possession.
I was not sure what happened there. Some sort of offensive foul, but regardless, it is now with the Eagles.
Yep, there you go. So now here's the pass down low, and another one. Dudenhofer scores again.
I mean, who else? Still, reaching the midway point of this quarter, but Dudenhofer already with 2 goals. Just unbelievable how she's able to get in position.
So Katie Dudenhofer, that's 47 and 48. She puts 2 more home. She's already halfway to 50.
And how many games has she played?
This is her 10th game.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, averaging almost 5 goals a game. She puts home 2 more, and she'll be averaging 5 goals a game. I mean, how does that happen?
I don't know. And just out of curiosity, do you know what buff are you looking for to maybe match that production?
Well, the one game that we have stuck around and actually saw, we saw a very nice performance from Amberly Peterson. I'm looking for her to do something and for her to put up some scoring production. And I'm also looking for Kaden Williamson, who's the team leader in goals, got 10. Only double-digit scorer on this Buffs team.
And when you're kind of matched up against someone who has 50, you know, that has to be a little bit demoralizing, but definitely something to, you know, if you can at least contain her, then you possibly have a chance, but so far not so good for the Buffs. Still plenty of time to keep her at that 2-goal margin.
Speaking of Katie Duttenhofer, she has it right now. Duttenhofer trying to get that pass in, and there's a shot, and the save is made by Elena McCloskey, the goaltender that starts today for the Buffaloes.
A very good save there.
Yes.
Very good save. They were just in another good position to possibly take a early 3-goal lead halfway through this quarter now. And very nice, not quite point-blank save, but a save in a position to where you can get it to your guys, not letting Boston College keep at that goal.
So here's Williamson. They pass it away. Now it's Alexandra McCarville. Go up top. Abigail loose. Now it's Allie Kuhlman. This is Ava Score. Score, being pressured, has to get it away. It gets knocked away for her, but she is fouled in the process. Colorado retains possession.
And good job just to draw the foul, but a good job by Boston College's defense to just kind of harass a good double team on.
So here they go down low. It's Lindsay Grotta trying to find a pass. We'll just send it back up top to Williamson. Williamson just flips it to McCarville. McCarville, good defense being applied by the Eagles, and McCarville can't get a shot off, and I think that is another penalty against Boston College. It is, and McCarville will have an 8-meter shot.
Oh, and good job. A break caught by the Buffs there, and we'll see if we can get on the board here, cut the lead in half.
Good chance for Colorado to get on the board. Well, under 6 to go in the first. McCarville shoots, and it's wide of the net. And Boston College will get possession of the ball. They were closest to the sideline.
Tough break there. Had a good opportunity to send it wide.
This is number 20, Ann Toomey. Toomey trying to get that pass ahead. It missed, but it was still picked up by Boston College. And that's Kate Neusterlein. I apologize if I butcher that one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, a lot of interesting last names in this Boston College team, I will say.
They got a Duttenhofer, yep.
Has a twin, or a sister, excuse me.
Yeah, Katie.
With the last name, same last name.
So Katie and Sarah both playing attack. Katie is, as you may know already, 12. Sarah plays number 7. Now this is Bridget Knowles. Gives it off. There's a shot and a goal. Grace Arthur has made it 3-0 Boston College.
And that's just a tough one there. Not a whole lot the defense could have done. Just a good angled shot. And definitely a time to get in the huddle for CU. And looks like a timeout may be happening here, and that's a good call.
Yeah.
Good called timeout.
Colorado timeout. 3-0 here at Kittredge Field. Boston College off to a fast start.
Yeah, and I think right now you just kind of need to regroup as a team. You've had the opportunities. This game could be a little bit more close than it is. But also, I think on defense, definitely some adjustments needing to be made here to kind of just rattle Boston College, not let them just go about things as they as business as usual. Don't make it a practice for them. Make it as physical and as difficult for them to get off good shots as possible.
Yeah, so 4:35 left in this first quarter. Boston College has clearly looked like the better team so far. And
Still plenty of time though.
yeah, there's still plenty of time. It's still the first quarter.
We saw a comeback earlier today.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
And though it came up short, I mean, that's definitely, they were the underdogs won that game.
Yep.
So
Northeastern had a 4-goal lead in the second half against BYU. Let that up. And, they actually scored in the last 30 seconds, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, with an 8-meter shot in the last 30 seconds to win.
Yeah, but we've seen underdogs win in this tournament. I mean, definitely not the greatest start, but, if a comeback could be, comebacks are possible, upsets are possible, anything really in the Rocky Mountain tournament.
Mile High tournament.
Mile High tournament, excuse me.
You'll get it.
I know it now.
So they're still talking it over. It's a pretty long time out.
Yeah, but I think much needed.
Yeah, much needed. They need to communicate and kind of draw something up here.
Yeah,
it's really important down 3-0 here.
Yeah,
Boston College is going to break their huddle here.
They've definitely drawn up some good plays, I would say, for CU, and drawn those fouls. They've gotten, I believe, 2 8 meters and some close penalties to kind of force Boston College to squeeze their defense. But Boston College has done a very good job squeezing that defense, not letting CU really get off any clean looks, besides those 8 meters, which unfortunately did not result in goals. But CU finishing off their huddle, and we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do to adjust.
We'll see what they draw up.
Yeah, and I think more importantly, the defense of CU is going to need to make those adjustments to not let Boston College just kind of run away with this thing and control the game. Because as soon as Boston College can get up by enough, they can just sit back, keep the possession, just kind of play keep away from the Buffs, not really let them come back as the underdog.
Ava Score will play Grace Arthur in the face-off circle for this draw. So whistle it. Oh.
Doesn't look like
and
sort of violation.
Colorado gets possession.
Looks like some sort of violation by Boston College.
Yeah, some sort of violation there from Grace Arthur.
And that's another good break for CU to kind of frustrate Boston College a little more, possibly get another opportunity to get back in this one.
Here's Kuhlman to send it behind for Score. Now Abigail Luce to the side. Luce gets it back. And on the near side, now goes behind the net. Gets a pass off. And, almost there for Lindsay Grotta. Just goes a little high, and I think a little deflection from the Boston College goaltender, number 26, Finley Collins.
Yeah, it looked like another pretty solid opportunity for the Buffs, but Boston College doing a good job of disrupting. I mean, when you have a team that has a stonewall defense, while it's a score of 50 in a season, that's just an impossible combination to really game plan against. But it's still, I guess I wouldn't say impossible, because, we've seen these upsets. We've seen different teams get thrown off their game on particular days.
So here is Arthur trying to get that pass. Ooh. Oh, McCloskey makes the save, but it pops right back out to Boston College. Good heads up play by Knowles to keep Boston College in possession.
A very, very good save, but an unlucky break as it just bounced right back to BC.
Knowles will get an 8-meter shot after a shooting space foul.
First 8-meter chance of the day for Boston College. We'll see how CU can defend it.
Knowles scores.
And apologies, that I don't think that was their first 8-meter.
I think that may have been their second.
Yeah, and CU did a good job on the first one this time. Just kind of wasn't able to make the save. Good shot. Kind of went under the goalie's net. And it's 4-0 now.
2:30 left in this first quarter. Boston College now goes up 4-0.
Tough quarter, really, for CU. You wanted to get that hot start, as I said before the game, but it looked like Boston College just kind of moseying along, not letting CU get any balls in the back of the net, and getting their contributions from
Race Arthur wins the draw and gets Boston College an extra possession.
And contributions from their star players. And so
there's
business as usual for the Eagles so far.
Yes. Megan Chase gives it away. Still looking for a pass. And there's a whistle. Boston College keeps possession.
But good defense there. Good job to harass them, not really allowing them to get that shot or that pass over the net to a player in good position. And it looks like another 8-meter chance possibly.
There's a whistle here. They're going to stop the clock here with 1:45 to go in the first quarter as they sort something out.
But I will say, even though it may have resulted in a foul, pretty good physical defense there. That's what you're looking for.
Start things back up. They reset the clock to 2 minutes.
Another foul looked like on CU.
.159 left in this first quarter. Currently 4-0 Boston College. There's an 8-meter shot for Megan Chase. Passes it away. Try to get that lead pass. Duttenhofer is denied by McCloskey.
Great job by McCloskey there. Duttenheimer obviously looking for more, looking for a hat trick in the first quarter.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be. Wouldn't be super unusual for Duttenhofer.
Well, Duttenhofer is still looking for a pass and gets it away. Julia Zinel. Gives it back. Now it's Arthur giving it in. Duttenhofer challenged and, well, she did something wrong. Colorado gets possession.
And usually off possession there for Duttenhofer. But a great defensive possession there by the Buffs. I think the best I've seen them play all day. But it will stay with Boston College, unusual. It looked like it.
Yeah, they initially signaled. Like it was going their way. They initially signaled Colorado ball.
A lot of changes of minds for the referees today.
It looks like maybe there's initial call and then the refs in the back kind of can overrule. It looks like.
Yeah, it seems like that's happened a decent bit today.
Duttenhofer is denied again by McCloskey. Big save there.
Yeah,
to keep her away from the hat trick in the first quarter.
I think the adjustments are being made by CU now. You can tell they're getting a lot more physical, getting a lot more up in the faces of BC. And it's working so far. It may exhaust.
White gets hit.
Ooh.
And that is going to go against Boston College.
Yeah, big hit there.
So Emma White will pick things back up for Colorado with the running clock under 45. We're at 40 seconds in the first quarter.
I think here's your opportunity to get your goal heading into the second quarter, get some momentum boost. I think if you get a momentum boost right before the quarter ends, that works a lot better than I'd say just a goal at any point. Ball's loose,
and 20 seconds, they'll stop the clock here as they figure out what the calls. It looks like the third 8-meter shot of the quarter. This is Lily Beck who will take the shot. Beck shoots, and the save is made by Mullins.
It's kind of a weak shot there, trying to just bounce it off the ground.
Or by Collins, excuse me. So Collins will just hold on to this. Under 10 seconds in the first. Collins being pressured there, and there's the whistle. Well, Caden Williamson looks like she got too close there, and that signals the end of the first quarter. Boston College leads Colorado 4-0 after the first. Takeaways, Harrison.
I take away a lot. I mean, you do see that Boston College is able to get, the goals that they need and playing very solid defense, denying the 8-meter opportunities for CU. But I did like what I saw from CU's defense after that timeout. They only gave up one goal, which was an 8-meter shot that they, those are the toughest plays to defend. But in terms of just kind of playing in their own defensive zone, I think they did a good job of getting in the faces of Boston College. And we saw some big saves by McCloskey. And then on the other side, still, have to execute those opportunities, but it's not like they haven't come. And, eventually those will find the back of the net. So I think just keeping at it, drawing those 8 meters are going to eventually result in goals, despite the lack of success so far. But a solid job by the Eagles of just, keeping the shutout, pitching the shutout in the first quarter. But we'll see what the Buffs can do to get back in this one. So definitely plenty of time. Still not over.
Now 4-0 at the end of the first quarter. Boston College has the lead. While we're here, let's go ahead and take a look at the results from the first day here at the Mile High Tournament. And Boston College, they swept their 2 games, 13-7 over Notre Dame and 18-7 over number 2 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, they've just been dominant in this tournament, still, adjusting to that atmosphere in Boulder maybe, but the altitude hasn't been a problem for them.
No, not at all. CU won their game last night against UCF 16-9 here at Kitty Field. There's only one score on here that we did not end up getting a confirmation on. That was Texas and Colorado State. Not sure what the result of that one was, but
if I had to guess, I'd say Texas won. If I had to guess.
That's a fair guess. We saw Colorado versus Colorado State. And so, yeah, there's your first day scores. And that's going to signal the start of the second quarter. So 4-0 going into the top of the second quarter. What does Colorado need to do to try and sneak their way back in this one?
Well, I liked what I saw in the defensive end. I think keeping that physical nature has worked so far for the Buffs. Of definitely avoiding those penalties that will result in 8 meters, I think is going to be critical. But, I think they've done a decent job of avoiding those and getting those saves, only, having one happen. And on the offensive end, I think just executing, keeping at what they've been doing, maybe having some more motion from more cuts to the net, keeping the ball moving around, making Boston College shift their feet. A change of sides here for the next quarter, and we'll see how that possibly could affect things. As we saw 4 goals go in the net on the side CU will have for this quarter.
And so the second quarter is underway, and the draw is won by Boston College right at the start.
Early foul called, but playing advantage. Boston College will retain possession here.
So at the top, they'll start with Julius Zinel. So Boston College trying to get something going for goal number 5. Here's Sarah Duttenhofer. Number 7 there for the Eagles.
Possibly the first action we'll see of Duttenhofer's sister today.
Well, there's Katie Duttenhofer.
Yeah, we have both sisters on the field at the same time here. We'll see how that chemistry plays into their strategy.
Here's Arthur. Trying to move around Mullen and get a good look. Can't, but gets a pass, and there's a shot. And it is in. It is 5-0 Boston College.
Kind of an awkward shot there. Got it in front, but an awkward arm angle to kind of save that from. Took a second to realize that even went in. But a tough break there for the Buffs. Got to keep moving.
It's 5-0 now.
Yeah, you definitely have to get on the board this quarter. I mean, you have to get on the board soon.
Yeah.
Before this gets too out of hand. I mean, 5-0 is already pushing it, but you know, still just 1 minute into the second quarter, and we'll see. I didn't see a whole lot of physicality on that first defensive possession. I saw it in a little bit in the beginning, but it was called for a foul, and it kind of just let Boston College get in that position.
And Colorado wins the draw. Here's Ava Score, who has the ball for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, and these draw wins are going to be huge for the Buffs. They want to get back in it.
Gets that pass to Kuhlman, and Kuhlman will not be able to get a shot. And it looks like Allie Kuhlman will be the one taking the fourth 8-meter shot for this Buffs team.
A good job there drawing it. See what they do.
And Kuhlman backs off, but her pass is batted down by Merrick McWright, and she takes possession for the Eagles.
A good strategy defending that. They decided to back off, and they decided to counter it with the double team. We're able to get a stick on that pass.
Here's Isabella Coleman. Down to the corner. Passes it off to Zeinel. There's a pass. Duttenhofer has her hat trick. 6-0.
And again, just kind of letting CU's defense has been a little bit flat-footed. Caught a little bit flat-footed open this quarter. Let Duttenhofer just cut right inside, get a shot right in front of goal. And that's piece of cake. Piece of cake kind of goal. And 6-0 now. Not looking too bright, but still early. We'll see if some different players may get opportunities here to play for the Buffs as a substitution will come on.
That is a good point. Who knows? Maybe some of the players out there, it's just not working. Maybe if you sub out, maybe it just magically works.
I mean, I think that there's a chance.
You just kind of have to assume it at some point.
Because I will say, for the shots of the Buffs so far, I mean, the shots so far for CU, as we get the possession, no draw there. They've been a little bit, you know, not a whole lot of power on it. I'm looking to see more players that are more aggressive. You know, whether it goes off the post or not, you know, you'd like to see some more power put on these shots.
Ball's in the possession of Ava Ganser right now. On the near side, gives it back to Avery Matthews. Matthews is hit. Looks like that's shooting space. And looks like Matthews is going to get an 8-meter shot.
Another 8-meter here. You gotta just
can't close off the shooting lane. Can't do that, and that's going to be called every time.
And this is definitely, you definitely just want to go right at the goal here. No backing
Here's
off.
Matthews, just wide of the net.
A deflection there. Looked like Boston College player got a stick on it just before the shot got off.
So it
wasn't
looks
able to get it off cleanly.
Yep, looks like the Buffs will get the ball back. Here's Amberly Peterson. Got a lane. Peterson lost the ball and couldn't get a shot off there. I think that's just what's most difficult right now is I'm noticing that not only have they not been getting great looks, they're not getting shots off. They're taking a little too long, and Boston College is closing these gaps.
Another possible 8-meter, though.
Yep. Here comes Peterson.
You want to get off a clean shot here. No dilly-dallying around. Just go right at the goal.
Peterson scores! Amberly Peterson gets the Buffs on the board with 10:59 to go in the second quarter.
And hey, they must have heard me. I mean, Peterson just went right at the goal, like I said. Saw what happened. We got first goal of the game, got on the board. And 5-1 isn't looking like a horrible deficit right now, still with so much time left.
Yes, the one bad thing about getting up so early. It's 5-1?
That actually might be wrong.
That could be wrong. It said it's 5-1 on the scoreboard
look,
here.
I think they've scored twice.
I feel like they've scored twice. They should be. It's 6-1.
Yeah, I mean you have 6-1 on our scoreboard, correct?
Yeah.
And the scoreboard here it says 6-1.
Our scoreboard says 6-1. The one on
the
Kit Field here, the official scorekeepers have it 5-1. I mean, if it's a one-goal game and Colorado wins by 1, oh man, if they don't change it, but we'll see what happens here.
Someone on Boston College has got to bring attention to that. But I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Not complaining.
That's all we can take at this point. If you're Colorado, you're just like, look, they forgot to put one on the board. It's fine.
It's for Boston College to complain about, in all honesty. You know, if they don't notice, no harm, no foul, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boston College with some efficient passing right now.
And I'm just impressed by that goal right there. Finally able to force the goalie to react in that sort of way.
Emma White with some good defense in there. Arthur loses the ball and just gets it away.
I will say good defense here by the Buffs. Boston College retaining possession, but CU not allowing them to really get a shot off here.
Fake the shot. It goes low. Sarah Duttenhofer gets the pass off to Megan Chase. Send the pass up to the top of the 12-meter line. Now at the 8-meter line, it's Arthur again. There's a pass and a foul there.
Tough break.
Yeah.
Looks like an 8-meter shot coming for Boston College after such a great possession for CU on defense.
Bridget Knowles already has an 8-meter goal in this game. Looking for number 2. And McCloskey denies her this time around. A couple big saves here for McCloskey in this second quarter.
I will say she's definitely improved as this game has gone on, making good saves in tight spaces. The only goals for Boston College have kind of just been when the defense fell asleep a little bit and allowed a wide open shot on net or an 8-meter.
And the ball's still loose. Looks like Avery Matthews will gain possession.
And yeah, I mean, if that last goal apparently did not count for Boston College according to the scoreboard here, would that take away the hat trick?
That's a good question. I don't know how to answer that.
For Duttenhofer.
Well, here's score, and she scores! Wow. Ava Score gets the Buffs back on the board again. It's 6-2.
And that's probably been the best cut inside by a Buff today. Just going right at the net, faking the overhand and swinging it under. Good strategy there to get Boston College faked out. And there we go. I mean, it's technically only a 3-goal game.
Technically only a 3-goal game. Although I do think they have scored 6. At this point, it's like I don't know what to do. We got to go with what they're seeing up at the scoreboard. We're gonna have to follow that.
We'll leave it at that. And
nope, 2 unanswered goals. That's 5-2.
Yeah, 2 unanswered. I mean, that's definitely the way you get possession. I mean, momentum. Excuse me. And no matter what the score actually is, you know, that's 2 goals in a row for CU, and if we can carry that momentum,
we'll see if that has any sort of effect on the final outcome here. And Boston College will get possession.
Yeah, I mean, the defense has been looking very, very good since that first time out in the first quarter. Still had those times where they fell asleep, which can't happen now, but I like how they've kind of, you know, played more physical, played more aggressive, not letting Boston College get these shots off. Looking to carry the momentum of their last defensive possession in this one, because it was very good, very, very aggressive, like I said.
Here's Sarah Duttenhofer. A pass to Zeinel. Julia Zeinel gets a shot, and McCloskey makes the save.
Big
There's
save
a
there by
whistle or a
McCloskey.
stoppage from the referee.
Yeah,
Sorts something out.
Regardless, though, big save by McCloskey. It looked like it will stay with Boston College, but
Yeah, I think
good
you're
save
right.
when the defender there kind of got caught a step slow.
And there's a pass and a goal.
Ooh.
Looks like Julia Zeinel will get the goal this time around. And now it's 6-2.
Yeah, another 8-meter shot. Looked like it was an 8-meter shot because there's no
Well,
one
they passed it
defending.
off.
Yeah.
A good pass.
You know, on those tough angled 8 meters, you kind of have to get that pass off. Unless you can fake the goalie out and sneak it in behind him. But a very, very good pass by Boston College there. And it's just tough breaks for CU as they've played good defense when they've had to and been able to run at the Boston College attackers. But when those 8-meter shots happen, you know, you settle in, it stops your momentum. And yeah, another goal there, and I guess it's 6-2.
Guess it's 6-2 now. The draw is controlled by CU. A good pick up there by Chase Kreibel off the draw. Gets it off to Megan Lorenzen. Lorenzen gives to Lindsay Grotta. Grotta gets a pass back. Matthews couldn't quite hang on to it, but no one from Boston College really challenges that, so she'll be able to recover. Matthews gets a pass. Here's Peterson. Peterson has a goal in this game. Flips it for Matthews. Matthews gets a shot off, and the save is made by Collins. And Collins falls. I think that's going to be a penalty there.
Yeah, but I did like the passing there by CU on that possession. It got a decent opportunity, forced Boston College to make the save there, but no goal.
So the Eagles trying to put 7 on the board now. Under 6 to go in this first half. 6-2 Boston College. Sarah Duttenhofer gets it back. So here's Zeinel. Scored that most recent goal for the Eagles. Guarded by Luce. Zeinel looking for a passing lane. Finds Katie Duttenhofer. Duttenhofer.
Good defense there on Duttenhofer.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it was very,
Steers
aggressive,
away
like
from
I
the
said.
net. Now Duttenhofer looking for a pass. Goes behind the net. Tries to sneak it into the near post. Ball's popped up. McCloskey makes the save, but Boston College will retain possession.
Looked like a foul there on CU. Got a stick to the head maybe. And shoot, do we have
stopped the
another
clock.
8-meter?
5:08 left
Yeah,
in the
it looked
first
like,
half.
I'm not sure what number that is, but whoever that Boston College player that got hit in the head, stoppage just to let her recover a bit because she's a bit shaken up.
And so they start play back up. Pass nearly picked off by Luce, but the pass was a bit errant. But it's still picked up by the Eagles. Now over for Grace Arthur.
Close there to force a turnover. Almost got sticks to that pass.
Duttenhofer to her sister. And it gets denied by McCloskey. Sarah tried to get a nice pass to Katie, and Katie scores anyways. And if the 6th goal that didn't really count counts now,
It's a hat trick.
it's a hat trick now for Duttenhofer.
possibly 4, but we'll leave it at a hat trick.
Yeah, we'll leave it at a hat trick right now.
And
7-2.
Just a good job, again, finding her in good position, feeding her that easy goal. Tough break after a good save there before by McCloskey.
Well, a 2-minute penalty was assessed there before the goal was scored. With the goal, it's now off the board.
I think the key now is to just really win those draws.
And ball loose. Kuhlman can't pick it
Ooh.
up.
Look like it'll be CU.
Colorado ball.
It will. Yeah, I think just a good job of winning those draws. I think maybe that wasn't ideal, but it is our possession. But I think to win those draws initially, get Boston College on their back foot, keeping them on the retreat is going to be the key to getting back in this.
And so now Colorado trying to get this 5-goal lead down to 4 again.
Yeah, and I've liked the passing by CU this quarter. I think that's definitely going to be a factor in getting those easier opportunities, because not a lot of easy opportunities for CU so far.
Matthews pivots. Now tries to, that just gets it away. Good defense from the Eagles. That's Kaylor Chott. Gives it off. And now Peterson gives it down. Sobel passing, trying to hit Ava Score. She's able to pick up the loose ball, and CU will retain possession. Looks like Ava Score will start at the 12-meter. Score makes some moves, puts one on, and it gets knocked away. A little tip there. Turns the course of the ball away from the net, and it looks like Score will get an 8-meter shot here.
Yeah, I mean, a good job of just pressuring Boston College, and now you get the easier opportunity with the 8-meter. Just go with the same strategy the last time you got the goal.
Score. Scores again! A beautiful shot right at the top corner, and it's 7-3.
Yeah, and another aggressive 8-meter there. Little drop step, and you're able to find that good angle to third goal here. And, you know, a 7-3 deficit isn't insurmountable. Still second quarter, 2 minutes, 46 seconds.
You got to assume you can't just keep letting Boston College score.
No, I think what you have to do, you have to try your damnedest just to shut them out for the rest of this half, possibly get one more goal, or 2 if you can, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think keeping that momentum, having the last goal before you go into the half is going to be crucial.
On the draw, it's controlled by Ava Score. She now has 2 goals on the game and scored the last 2 for Colorado. Peterson has the other goal for the Buffaloes. Gets the pass. Kuhlman gets a shot, and there's a whistle here. They stop the clock with 2:32 to go.
Look like it will be a penalty.
It looks
on
like
CU,
so.
Boston College would be on the advantage, but you know, if you avoided that penalty there, you had a very free moving shot at the goal from a good angle.
I mean, you were talking about power that you wanted to see, and, well, it looks like they had that power on that last shot.
It was a little too much, but
yeah,
I like to see it. I like to see it.
So it's a 2-minute penalty against Allie Kuhlman, who just took that shot. And so there'll be just about 30 seconds left in the half before penalty time is up. So the advantage to Boston College. Here's Toomey for the Eagles. Get it across the midfield line. And gives it off and now retreats. Here's Knowles. Now Zeinel. There's Duttenhofer being guarded, and it looks like there's Grace McCabe did something she was not supposed to. So it looks like Katie Duttenhofer is going to have an 8-meter shot.
That is the last person you want on an 8-meter.
With 1:59 to go. And it's out. Doesn't quite go in.
Looked like it deflected either off the post or I wasn't quite sure where it deflected, but a good job. I mean, you definitely wouldn't want Dudenhofer with an 8-meter.
Ooh, there's a flag there, or a yellow card, not a flag. They give out cards like in soccer. And it looks like Katie Dudenhofer got yellow carded there.
Ooh, that is a big.
Oh, she's got a penalty. She's going to have a penalty on her now.
Big penalty.
And that's
there.
a 2-minute penalty, so it's pretty much even strength here for the next minute 14.
Yeah.
And then Colorado will end the half with an advantage.
That's big because you definitely wanted to get that opportunity to get one more goal before the half.
Well, and they get possession of the ball here to start. Ball's loose, but Colorado will still maintain control.
But yeah, you want to be even strength for that goal because it just makes it that much easier. Not worry about an extra defender.
Here's Peterson behind the net. Peterson gets a pass. Grotta can't get the goal. Doesn't get the shot off, and it goes out of bounds, but Colorado will keep possession.
Possible 8-meter here.
I think that is exactly what's going to happen.
And it will be.
Yes, Grotta will have an 8-meter. Grotta can't get the shot, and it looks like he'll have another call. 1:09 to go in the first half.
Yeah, another 8-meter here would be the third 8-meter game, 8-meter goal of the game for the Buffs.
And it's knocked away by Collins. Colorado keeps possession though. Score has 2 in the game already. Potentially looking for the hat trick here in the first half. Score working her way in, and there's another call with 52 seconds left.
Yeah, it looks like.
And I think Score's going to get an 8-meter.
Yeah, it looks like she just got hit in the back of the head there. That's going to be called every time, and Score has a goal already from an 8-meter, so see if she can do it again.
52 seconds in the half. This would be a big goal for Colorado.
Yeah, and a lot of fouls on both sides this
Yeah.
half.
Boston College kind of struggling now to prevent these 8-meter shots. They seem to be fouling and right in front of the net.
Yeah, but I mean that's what you want to see from Colorado, getting those aggressive close looks, getting those opportunities, and looks like another penalty here.
Oh yes, another penalty has been assessed, and Colorado will just have an advantage for the rest of the half. Another 2-minute penalty. That one goes against Isabel Coleman. There's the shot, and Score has a hat trick. It's 4-7.
I mean, that just must be in the name, Score.
Yep.
Getting those 3 scores in this half, and different strategy there. You just saw her just go straight at the goal with the shot, not taking any steps, not risking any deflections from Boston College defender. And look at this. I mean, we have a three-goal game after, we've scored 4 out of the last 5, I believe.
Yeah, so they take one of the penalties off, so we'll be down to even strength for about 20 seconds before Colorado will have another advantage to close out the half.
Yeah, and definitely right here, don't want to let Boston College back in it. We will have that advantage for about 30 seconds.
Getting a goal there would be huge. Ball still loose and picked up by Kaylor Chott of Colorado. Here's Matthews with 40 seconds in the half. Matthews goes down to Grotta. There's a pass. Peterson scores! They don't even need the advantage. It's 5-7, a 2-goal game.
And just what you wanted to see, all this momentum heading to the Buffs going into halftime. And great look by Peterson there, just getting right in front of goal. And I mean, hey, we got a whole new ball game now.
We got a new ball game. It is 5 goals for Colorado in this second quarter after it looked like they couldn't get any sort of good look on net in the first.
And you kind of wonder what adjustments they've made. I mean, definitely had
You got to think that timeout helped just to kind of help later, not in the first quarter, or a talk at the end of the quarter.
End of the quarter, I mean, maybe they saw something they liked on offense, and they've been able to exploit it, get those 8 meters, get those good shots in front of net, and we have a much closer game than I expected, maybe.
And score wins the draw. Advantage for Colorado. 30 seconds to go. Can they get one more? Matthews trying to get a good look. 25 seconds left. Matthews gives to score. So here's Kuhlman with 15. Peterson. 10 seconds. Peterson needs to find a pass. It's blocked. Schott picks it up. 3 seconds. Gets it away. Sobel gives the pass. And that's going to be knocked away. And that'll do it for the first half. What an exciting final 2 minutes.
Oh, that was, a great quarter for the Buffs. 5 goals compared to just none. I was worried that, you may have a very low-scoring day for the Buffs. But, drawing those 8-meter shots, getting those better opportunities for score and Peterson. And, yeah, you have a real game now, a real shot. Having this all this momentum going into the half. Boston College, a little bit, you can see how they've struggled a bit against McCloskey. She's been making some good saves, especially in that second quarter as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I think going into the strategy book going into the second half, you have to think Colorado is just gonna want to keep up what they've been doing, and Boston College will have to adjust to CU's onslaught.
Well, that'll do it for us here at Kittredge Field for the first half. You're watching ScoBuff Sports. We'll be back in about 4 minutes for the second half. Welcome back to Kittredge Field for the second half of action between number 4 Colorado and number 1 Boston College. A very entertaining second quarter after it was 4-0 Boston College at the end of the first. Colorado puts up 5 in the second quarter to bring this lead down to 2.
Yeah, and it looked like it could have been a blowout early. I mean, you had Boston College up 5-0, but CU scored 5 of the last 7 goals, outscoring them in the second quarter. You just want to keep that pace. If you outscore them by 2 like you did in the second, it's a tie game heading into the fourth, and anything can happen then.
Yep. Real quick before the second half gets underway, let's take a look at the rankings here, the current rankings in the WCLA. All teams in the Mile High tournament here are underlined, and as you can see, a ton of those teams in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tournament of the powerhouses of club women's lacrosse, and you'll look to see who comes out the winner. A big deciding factor today is who wins this one. I mean, we could see CU getting all the way to that championship if they can pull this one out here today. Look very good for their chances.
Here we go. Second half underway, and Colorado wins the opening draw. Lily Beck, a clean catch. Picks up the draw control. Now Matthews. Colorado riding a lot of momentum going into this second half. Let's see what they can do here at the start of the second half to try and get this one as a tie game, because they scored twice, 2 big goals in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Beck had the ball knocked away from her, but Matthews is there to pick it back up.
and you definitely see what you like what you saw from that second quarter, because just like in basketball, you get those free throws, get to the free throw line, like the 8-meter line, get those easier shots, and those can translate into better opportunities for other parts of the game. So that second quarter certainly promising.
Well, and the Michigan lacrosse team is now arriving onto the scene. They'll play Georgia right after this one. That should be a fun one, number 6 versus number 3. Colorado going to shut at both of those teams throughout the weekend. They'll play Michigan later today, and they'll play Georgia tomorrow. Kuhlman to lob that pass to Chott. Chott lost it, but picks it back up. Now Matthews on the far side. Gives it to Kuhlman.
You like what you see early. Saw Colorado with the possession here. Looking to keep that momentum going.
Beck getting that pass to Peterson, and she gets knocked down to the turf. And that's going to go against Boston College.
Doesn't appear to be an 8-meter, but could be a 12.
It looks like just possession. Peterson's going to
yeah.
pick it up and start things off.
And it will be a defended opportunity. Or not.
Oh, nope, you're all right. It is a 12-meter. Or no, it's just an 8. Or yeah, you're right. It's 12. It's 12. And now another whistle. It looks like that's a shooting space foul, and Peterson looks to be potentially getting an 8-meter shot, going from 12 to 8.
And chance to cut the lead to 1 after it was 5-0.
This would be Peterson's hat-trick goal if she scores here. Peterson backs off the 8-meter. Able to maintain control after the ball got knocked away from her, popped out of her stick. Peterson still with control. Gives it to Chott.
I'm not sure if I like that strategy. I mean, you have the 8-meter, you're only down 2, but
Matthews had it knocked away, and I think another call against Boston College. They're struggling to really get it out of their zone. They keep fouling and giving Colorado more 8-meter shots.
yeah, and you see a lot of high sticks trying to get this, a stick-to-stick action there. But it's resulting in a lot of fouls and a lot of 8-meter and good chances for Colorado. Here we go again.
Matthews passes, and another whistle. False start, it looks like. And I think Grotta may have actually hit the crossbar. That would have maybe gone in. But I like the idea of passing it there. It looks like it was a good setup, but it looks like they jumped the gun a little bit.
Yeah,
and Boston College gets a huge call go their way.
Yeah, big break for Boston College. Just, it would have been Colorado's, goal to get this score within one.
And, well, Boston College turns it over after an errant pass. It's picked up by Megan Lorenzen. Now it is Mullen. McKinley Mullen just going to get it away to some of the other defenders here. Here's Lorenzen. Lorenzen has a lot of space. Now Duttenhofer comes in to challenge her. Lorenzen will go out of bounds. And Colorado will keep possession.
I like what I saw there. You kind of forced Duttenhofer to cover a lot of ground, maybe get her tire her out, possibly. Because we haven't seen her impact be felt as much as it was in the first quarter when we thought she had a hat trick.
She did. So here's Peterson, stumbles a little bit, but stays upright now. Beck shoots and scores! Lily Beck has made it a 1-goal game. Somehow it's 6-5, or 6-7. That's the score now.
And just a great shot there. Caught Boston College slipping a little bit, and you had, great shot there. I mean, just all around. Put it in the corner, and all of a sudden, the Buffs have rallied.
They've made it a game here.
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited to see what happens next.
That's Beck's 5th of the year. So big goal for Colorado to cut the lead to 1.
Yeah, big one for Beck, and Boston College definitely in need of a big response here to avoid this one from just falling apart. You had the lead. You wanted to maintain control, but CU has started to control the game a little bit.
Yeah, CU has usurped control after it was 5-0. And the draw is controlled by Ava Score, maybe. Ball's still on the turf. And now it's controlled by Colorado. Here's Grata, who gets the control. So let's see what the Buffs can do. Here's Score, already has 3 in the game. Had a hat trick in that first half. Both teams had a player who had a hat trick in the first half.
Yeah, these are high-scoring teams, and we thought maybe it would have been more one-sided after that first quarter, but now with Colorado with a chance to tie this one up at 7. Unbelievable.
Here's Sobel. Couldn't get quite a good shot there. Gets a pass, a little out, too far for the outstretched stick of Abigail Luce. It will go out of bounds, and Colorado will keep possession. Under 9:30 to go in the third quarter. We've got a pretty nice crowd here today at Kittredge Field. A lot of fans here. The stands are pretty packed.
The stands are
packed.
Yeah, the stands are indeed packed.
Not filled. They're also filled.
They're filled and packed. I mean, this is a early time of day
It's a big game
for a game, but a big one.
That pass a little too high, and it will go to Boston College. Colorado turns it over.
As I was saying, a big game despite the 10 a.m. start time. I don't really see too much.
Even the Northeastern BYU game before us that started at 8 had a pretty nice crowd.
Yeah, and for both fans, they seem to travel well.
Yeah, Northeastern had a pretty good section.
Indeed.
So it's good to know that we got some pretty good attendance here at Kittredge Field.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most packed I think I've seen a game so far, and it's at 10 o'clock.
Especially for a club game, not even for one of the D1 games that we see here for the D1 women's lacrosse team. And they're playing pretty well right now. They crushed San Diego State yesterday 17-4 here at Kittredge Field.
Yep, and they've won 6 of their last 7 games after starting 0-4, so some great momentum built by the D1 team.
And, oh boy, Duttenhofer couldn't get the shot off. I mean, you see that pass, and you see you coming in, you can just, dread starts to set in, but
I was
she didn't get a shot
we're
off.
gonna have to call for another goal by Duttenhofer
But, yeah, no, she didn't get the shot off because she was fouled. So Katie Duttenhofer will have an 8-meter.
Stop the first one and see if they can do it again.
There's the shot. Duttenhofer's denied by McCloskey. Big save. Ball still loose, and there's a call. Sarah Duttenhofer is fouled that time around.
Yeah, but I mean, Duttenhofer, as many goals as she's had, denied of both of her opportunities on the 8-meter. McCloskey doing a very good job settling in after kind of a slow start on defense. Another 8-meter try for Boston College, though.
And Sarah Duttenhofer will just pass it behind. Decides not to go up and shoot. And ball gets knocked away from Zeinl, and it goes right into the waiting stick of Elena McCloskey. There's a good pass, good way to control, but Colorado has a player fall to the turf. It was a good play by Madeline Cloud to kind of keep possession for Colorado, and
yeah, we're able to force the foul.
Yeah, it looks
another
like
foul on Boston College there, and
that is Caden Williamson, who's slow to get up, and will actually start possession for Colorado.
Yeah, no, it appears they may have an advantage, as I saw someone on Boston College go to the sideline.
Well, clock was stopped at 6:30.
Referees talking to the scorekeepers on the foul.
Yep. Colorado has a 2-minute advantage now.
2 minutes.
That's huge.
That's a big 2-minute penalty. I mean,
and this is a huge opportunity to tie this game.
If you want to tie it, you got to tie it now. I mean,
6.5 minutes to do it, or 6.5 minutes in the third quarter, 2 minutes to tie it.
Yeah, Boston College isn't going to go down quietly, so big opportunity there.
Away, and Boston College gets possession. Colorado turns it over.
Tough break, just kind of ran into.
That's a tough break.
The Boston College defender. And it will go back to the Eagles, and they will play shorthanded here. See what they can do.
That's away from Sarah Duttenhofer, and they'll turn it right back over. Colorado takes possession back. 1.5 minutes left on the advantage. McCloskey will start things off.
And I just love the performance of McCloskey.
Dangerous pass. Almost gets picked off.
I would not have loved that, and
That's knocked away after it was picked up by Annika Ditzler.
You know, I was just about to say, I've been loving what I've seen from McCloskey since that first kind of opening stretch for Boston College. How she's made a lot of big saves. The pass there, not too great, and forces the turnover. But, you know, she's made a lot of big saves.
Under a minute to go on the advantage. Zeinl shoots and the shot's wide. Boston College will keep possession.
Almost an announcer's jinx there. I was not wanting to see a Boston College goal there, as it looks like about 30 seconds left in this penalty.
Well, they actually keep it rolling. They stopped it for a moment.
Looks like Boston College may be able to just kill this one off in a missed opportunity here, and an 8-meter actually.
An 8-meter shot for Zeinl. Scores. Boston College gets a huge goal to go up 8-6.
Yeah, again, I mean, you may see 8 goals and, you know, think the goalie hasn't done a great job of keeping goals out of net, but a lot of those goals have to come from 8 meters, and just times the defense in front of the net fell kind of asleep. Big goal there by Boston College to kind of kill the momentum. I don't know if it killed the momentum, though, especially considering how Colorado's been able to rally. But if you're a Boston College fan, a Bostonian. Yeah, you have to like what you saw there. Kind of giving them that insurance as we are under 5 minutes now in the third, with just 14 seconds left on this penalty.
And the draw is controlled by Zeinl of Boston College, who just scored for the Eagles. Colorado actually still has an advantage here for the next 2 seconds. That time is now up. 4:30 to go in the third.
Yeah, and for CU, you can't let Boston College get this momentum back. I mean, you had things going right, you had things going your way, but they're the number 1 team in the country for a reason, you know.
Yep. Good defense there to pressure. Now it's Arthur. Arthur backs off, gives it to Duttenhofer. Pass in, Zeinl is denied. But it looks like an 8-meter shot is coming up for Zeinl.
Tough one there. I mean, it looked like a shooting space possibly. Foul.
Yeah.
As McCloskey was able to come up with a save.
She'll have to come up with another one.
Yeah, that's a tough break.
This shot's going to be dead on. Zeinl has a hat trick.
Yeah, and you just hate that feeling of when you're a goalkeeper, whether, whatever sport it is, hockey, soccer, whatever, when you're able to make that big save, but ends up not really mattering in the end.
On the lead's now back up to 3 for the Eagles. 2 huge goals at the tail end of this third quarter.
And I was just about to say, this would be a good time for a Colorado timeout, and it looks like they may be coming here.
Yeah, it may be coming here. And it is. Yep. Timeout, Colorado.
The thought crossed my mind for the first time since the last time. I'm like, they probably need a timeout here. Just kind of regroup. See 2 straight goals for Boston College, and
Yep, they got within 1. Kind of let it slip a little bit. Lose the momentum that they had going into this third quarter.
Yeah. What do you think they're saying in the huddle right now?
I'm terrible at these questions. I'm terrible at these questions. I don't know. You got to think that there's some sort of rally that they're trying to just regroup. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing.
I would imagine it has something to do with play how you can play.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was kind of thinking, more like a timeout to kind of just give you guys a break, get some positive reaffirmation.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there's definitely, it could be don't let this slip. We had things going in the second quarter. We know what we are. We're the number 4 team in the country. They're not too far ahead of us, though they have not lost the game.
Well, let's hand this number 1 team in the country a loss, too.
Yeah.
Their first loss of the year.
An undefeated team is always the hunted. The hunter and the hunted, always a great analogy in sports. And I think Colorado definitely needs to do a little bit more of a better job being a hunter, but they've put up a valiant effort after that second quarter, especially.
100%.
You've definitely seen how Boston College has been able to adjust, though, as we're, nearing the home stretch of this third quarter, and only 1 goal allowed by the Eagles. But a lot of rallying cries, a lot of energy on the benches for both teams, trying to fire up
just
the
looking
squad.
at the bench, one thing that's really been interesting to me throughout this game is you look at the benches. Colorado has more reserves. They have more players here. Boston College does not have as deep of a bench, but they have had a couple players who have just been so good at scoring that they don't need that super big roster.
Yeah, I mean, you have someone that scored 50 goals. It obviously means they have a lot of playing time. So Duttenhofer definitely been able to make the most of her opportunities and just, kind of, I don't know if I've seen her come out all day besides that penalty she had.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Duttenhofer is 1 goal away from 50. Colorado struggled to neutralize her, but one player they have neutralized is Megan Chase, who currently has 23 on the year. And, she has not scored in this game, so a big piece that they've shut down. But Julia Zeinl, the other massive scorer, her most recent goal is her 30th of the year.
Yeah, and I do like to see it, how they've been able to shut down Chase. They, like I said in the beginning, you can let Duttenhofer do her thing, but you have to, really pressure the secondary attackers for Boston College, and they've done a good job of that today. Maybe not against Zeinl, but against Chase, they've done very well.
2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Boston College currently with a 9-6 lead, a 3-goal lead. Starting to try and slow things down a little bit. Gonna get the legs a little bit of a rest. And here is Zeinl. Now behind the net, it's Neusterlein. Here's Arthur. I don't think Arthur has scored in this game. Trying to get that pass. Ball is loose. And Colorado controls. Emma White comes away with it for the Buffaloes. They're going to have to stop play. They whistle. Got to stop. Got to restart.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good defensive possession by the Buffs there. Definitely not, I think the timeout had some adjustments to their defensive strategy, kind of squeeze things in a little more. You see how Boston College has been playing very close to the net, and CU has adjusted, and they good possession there, able to get the turnover, force a foul, and we'll see what they can do here to get back in this one again. And a penalty there.
Yeah, we have. Oh, there is a penalty. You are right. So Colorado will have an advantage to end the quarter. Let's start things up. Emma White, long pass. Goes off the stick of Kuhlman, but she picks it back up. Here's Kuhlman. Gives the pass inside. Beck has to back off.
And what a pass.
McCarville, there's Beck, and she scores! On the advantage, Colorado gets a big goal at 7-9.
Huge goal for CU there. Able to get this deficit back to 2. Great ball movement there from that long pass I mentioned earlier to get them in good position, and then good setup for Beck. And yeah, there we go.
So Beck now has 2 on the day, 2 in the quarter, and it's a 2-goal game again.
Yeah, and you still have a minute 46 left on this penalty. So we'll see what they can do with the rest of this quarter. Hopefully.
1 minute, 1 second left in this third quarter as McCloskey goes ahead and taps the post with her stick, trying to guide herself to a strong defensive performance.
Yeah, and I will say she's done a nice job. She's prevented Boston College from really running away with this thing.
Controlled by Colorado again. Ava score once again with a big play. And now here comes Sobel. Gets it knocked away. Big play by Julia Zeinl to knock it away from Bella Sobel.
Zeinl doing a good job there. There was a Boston College player that fell down, I believe, allowing a free run at the goal, but Zeinl, a textbook knock, and
ball's knocked away. Amberly Peterson, good defense, and gets the ball away to Lindsay Grotta.
Yeah, very good knock by CU, taking advantage of the man that another Boston College attacker that went down.
Well, Boston College gets it back after another turnover by Colorado. 10 seconds left in the third. There's a whistle. Oh, the call and whistle are going to let the quarter run out here, it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit over-ambitious there by the CU defender.
And that will do it for this third quarter. Boston College with a 2-goal lead heading into the final frame, 9-7.
Yeah, and Boston College definitely, I would say, won that quarter. Keeping that momentum the same. Both teams had the same amount of goals. Both teams had the same amount of goals, had just 2 apiece. But you saw how Boston College was able to not let the moment get too big for them, maybe, and not let CU get back, close the gap even more. They did for a minute, but Boston College rallied with 2 straight. But CU did a good job again of kind of getting the rally started, heading into the next quarter of play, and we'll see. I mean, big fourth quarter coming up.
Big fourth quarter.
Still.
So what do they need to do to tie this one up?
I'd say, defensively, you can't.
They played pretty well defensively. The 2 goals they let up were like 8 meters.
Yeah, so
I think you just have to prevent those.
Right, you can't let up. You have, you're going into this quarter with an offensive mindset because you're down by 2, but you can't, just always think offense because, you can blink and you can be down by 5 again. So I think definitely the key for CU would be to just keep things balanced, but at the same time, know that you're down. Always know the score, and know that you need two more goals to at least force overtime, and you have plenty of time to do it. I mean, a whole quarter is definitely a lot. 15 minutes, but you don't want to let Boston College gain control early in the quarter. You want to get the momentum started from that late goal in the third quarter. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a very even quarter. I mean, you can tell just the score doesn't really change that much by the end of the quarter. It's 2 goals by each team. Pretty even quarter. The most even quarter we've seen so far. Boston College dominated the first. Colorado controlled the third, or the second. And, well, Boston College and Colorado played pretty well in this third quarter.
Yeah, and you really have to rally the troops here if you're CU. And for Boston College, I think the goal is just to maybe get, just do just enough to get that win because, obviously you'd like to see them go on another run, maybe go back up to 5, like that was 5-0 before. But, you've seen how, if you're a Boston College coach or fan or player, you've seen how CU's been able to react to that 5-0 deficit and been able to rally. So
they haven't given up.
Yeah, they have not. And that's certainly honorable. Whether win, lose, or draw, I'd say this has been a pretty good showing by CU against a team that is undefeated. It's always difficult when you're going into that matchup and the other team has never lost against anyone, against teams even better than you. So,
yep, they beat number 2 yesterday by 9.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That kind of just shows how dominant they've been this season.
Yeah, and you like to see, even if this score stays as what it is, it's very unlikely they lose by 9 at this point. So you like to see that they've outperformed what the number 2 team did against them, possibly a better matchup for Boston College than Pittsburgh was. And here we go.
And Colorado will start the fourth with a 40-second advantage, but they will lose the opening draw in this fourth quarter. Neusterlein gives it back to Zeinel. So now Knowles. They're just taking their time, not in a massive rush. They have a 2-goal lead. And this is where the running clock becomes a big issue.
Yeah, I would say so. That it does stop. Oh,
there's a pass and a goal. Number 50 for Katie Duttenhofer. It's 10-7. Boston College is in the double digits.
And that one was tricky because they just went very quick off that stoppage of play. And you just saw Katie in a blink. Just as a beeline to that net. And that's easy money for her.
It's a 3-goal game now. 10-7, 14:23 left. We were here while we were setting up, BYU was in the midst of a comeback against Northeastern. They were down by 4 in the second half. They're down by 3, I think, in the fourth quarter, too. They were able to get a couple quick ones, and I think that's, if you're Colorado, you need to get a goal or 2 pretty quickly here.
Yeah, I mean,
controlling this draw is huge.
You have to have that same mentality, but you can't let up once you've tied it, Even if you're able to get that comeback, we saw what happened with Northeastern. They were able to get the winning goal anyway.
And Boston College gets possession after the penalty time's up.
Tough
now
start.
It's Megan Chase.
Yeah, I'd say this is a tough start to the quarter for CU. Not really getting into their offensive zone. And Boston College is kind of walking around here, taking as much time off the clock to get these goals as they can.
So let's try to set something up here. Usually starts with Grace Arthur, who has the ball right now. Arthur's still hanging on to it. Guarded by Ava Score. Arthur trying to work her way around Score. Gets the ball knocked away from her, and Colorado picks it up. A big takeaway. And McKinley Mullen has it for the Buffs across the midfield line.
Big takeaway. And you saw how they were able to really force. Look out. Oh.
And foul is called. Mullen basically takes it coast to coast. I think she's going to get an 8-meter shot here.
Yeah, and that's the result of just, you want to play all the way, play it all the way. And as I was saying before, good job by the CU defense of forcing Boston College to keep it.
It's exactly what's happening. McKinley Mullen moves in, scores! Huge goal.
Massive early goal to get things back to 2. You saw how maybe Boston College was starting to control the early section of this quarter, kind of took that time off the clock, but CU was able to rally, take it coast to coast. And yeah, I mean, we're back to a 2-score game, and we'll see what happens from here. And you've seen how CU has been able to just get these goals without necessarily having them be 8 meters, but definitely a good opportunity there, taking it coast to coast.
Well, one of those goals that they need to tie this game comes in the first minute and a half after Boston College goes up 3. So that is big for Colorado. They'll have time.
These draws are going to be huge.
Well, off the draw. This is picked up by Mullen again. Colorado gets the possession. McKinley Mullen runs over Zeinel, and, well, that's going to go against Zeinel here. There's a whistle, or, well, a stoppage of the clock. And so Mullen will start things back up.
Yeah, just these draws are going to be the key to getting
Beck
that
has it
early
blocked.
Momentum of possessions.
High pass, but Matthews is able to control it. Now long pass, Beck's able to control that one. Got to get that passing under control. Grotta fakes a pass, was looking to shoot for a moment. Now fakes another pass, but it's taken away by Boston College. Maybe she actually did pass it and just lost it.
Yeah.
So the Eagles will get full control. And Toomey will start things off. And now the defenders trying to work their way up the field. Coleman now gives it to Duttenhofer. Now Zeinel again to Knowles.
And you see how Boston College just kind of walks things down once they get in their own offensive zone. Looking to maybe catch CU's defense flat-footed again.
Well, and there's no shot clock, so there's no pressure for them to shoot anymore. That they can just hang on to it as long as they can.
Yeah. And you have to keep your eye on Duttenhofer whenever this happens.
That's what makes coming back in women's lacrosse much more difficult than in men's lacrosse. The running clock, and there's just no shot clock.
Some good aggressive defense from Colorado here. Got to keep it up.
The Boston College bench celebrates because it looks like there's going to be an 8-meter shot here potentially.
Ooh, possibly got a little over-aggressive.
Yes. I think that's number 16, Allie McGuire.
Big save needed here.
First time, I think that's the first time she's been out on the field today. McGuire fakes it. And we'll try to set up another play. You know, waste some more time. 10.5 minutes to go. Zeinel can't get a shot off.
Yeah,
we'll just slow things down.
You see how they've just been able to keep things very slow. But you have to force these turnovers to make the game faster. Get Boston College on the retreat.
So here's McGuire, just to give it back. Now Zeinel trying to set something up again. Zeinel stumbles a little bit. And that's a call against Colorado, and looks like Julia Zeinel is going to have another 8-meter shot.
That is ticky-tacky, I will say. Though I don't know all the rules of this sport, so who knows. Another big save needed here from McCloskey, depending on the strategy.
Zinal scores. Goal number 4 for Julia Zinal. And Boston College is up 11-8.
Yeah, and Zinal's just been unstoppable here in the second half. Been able to use her speed to get things moving in these kind of slower sets from the Eagles, and she's, gotten these calls, and it's resulted in 4 goals for her.
Yep, Zinal averaging 3 points a game. She's already got 4 goals. Katie Duttenhofer has 4 goals. So the majority of their scoring has been from their top 2 scorers in Katie Duttenhofer and Julia Zinal. Unsurprising to this team, though.
Now 9:38.
So Colorado needs to win this draw. Safe to say.
Oh yeah. I think they would need to win every draw the rest of this game, just to get that control.
And well, they win this one. Ava Score has done a really nice job winning draws and controlling draws. There's a pass to Grata, a little off, but now here's Beck to flip it. No, Beck still has it.
The passing by CU in the midfield today has been very, very good. It's just been like those final passes and getting players into good opportunities that they've somewhat struggled with.
Here's Matthews. Gets a pass. Beck can't fire a shot. And they pull out the flag here and keep the clock rolling to try and settle something up. And looks like Colorado has an 8-meter shot, but it's going to be Peterson to shoot. Peterson backs off. Now gets the pass. Ava scores again. A beautiful goal. And it's 9-11. That's a huge goal for Colorado.
Massive. You could tell they kind of they could work on that play in practice, and the benefit of kind of taking that step back, backing off, is you can have someone run to the goal. Kind of, how the Boston College has all their, focus on the one with the ball. And yeah, they were able to find score for another score.
Yep, her 4th of the game. And coming into this game, Ava Score had just 6 goals. So that's her 10th of the year.
Yeah, game of the year for her, for sure. And she's just been hungry to get CU back in this one, and back and forth start to this quarter as we hit the midway point soon.
8.5 to go. Boston College doesn't quite win it. They do. Colorado gets called for a penalty there. So Boston College will get a great chance to just eat away at the clock here.
Yeah, and you have to look for CU's defense to start getting aggressive, start pushing out on them, forcing them to make those passes and force those turnovers soon. You can't imagine they just sit back like this for too much longer.
So Boston College just wasting time. Here's Duttenhofer, had it knocked away from her. And Elena McCloskey picks it up for Colorado.
Yeah, great
McCloskey
job.
is just running all over the place, trying to shake off Duttenhofer. Look how far McCloskey's out of her net and gets hit with the stick. It's a turnover. Boston College with a chance to get back up 3. McGuire scores.
Kind of the nightmare scenario, worst case scenario for there. McCloskey finally trying to get upfield. And unfortunately, a turnover forced.
Yeah, from Duttenhofer to not allow her to get that ball all the way out.
Yeah, Duttenhofer just kind of doing it all right now. Forcing those turnovers, getting those goals. And yeah, I mean, back to a 3-goal game here.
Yeah.
You have to imagine CU probably won't try that play again for this game.
7:15 left. Not impossible, but if they do want to come back, they're going to have to control these draws, and they're going to have to possess the ball for the majority of the rest of the game.
Yeah, and
they
you're going to need to
let Boston College eat away at like 3 minutes of the clock here.
Yeah, and you don't really have momentum here because they've been able to score, but it's just been back and forth and back and forth. And Boston College not really allowing them to gain so much ground.
Allie Kuhlman wins the draw, or controls the draw.
Big draw won by
7 minutes
there.
to go in the game. Peterson waits. Peterson again. Still with it. Looking for a shooting lane there. It's closed off. So they'll set up a little passing play. Six and a half to go in the game. Sobel gives to Matthews. Matthews trying to get that pass down to Grotta, but a good play from Boston College's Mary McWright to knock it down and get possession back for the Eagles.
Yeah, and you saw how the Eagles kind of saw that coming. Were able to defend it very well.
So now here's Neusterlein. Give it up. And they'll just hang on to it. With 6 minutes left, they're going to slow the game down a lot and just eat away at the clock now. Colorado's going to have to score a goal once every 2 minutes if they want to tie this game up.
Yeah, and you just have to find these turnovers quickly. I like the pressure there.
Chase has it knocked away by McCloskey. Kaylor Chott picks it up for Colorado and gets a big, and she had it knocked away. Boston College gets the ball back.
Oh, good job by Boston College not really giving up on the play there. Forcing the turnover, getting it right back to them. We'll see if Colorado can respond defensively, as they were able to force a good turnover there, but
closing in on the 5 minute mark, which means, I believe, with the 5 minute mark here at the start of the fourth quarter, usually when they start stopping the clock. If not, it's just like the first half and it's under 2 minutes.
And hopefully that does happen, because it would definitely be to CU's benefit. The clock is not their friend at this point.
Yeah, the clock has definitely become the enemy at this point.
Yeah.
They just hold on to it. Under 5 minutes to go in the game.
For CU, I mean, you have to really get out on these players and not just let them stand here and set something up.
And Katie Duttenhofer is just hanging on to it, eating away at this clock.
And you got to go.
Duttenhofer is fouled. And Boston College keeps possession. I think it's an 8-meter shot for Katie Duttenhofer to try and get Boston College back up 4. Or no, she's got a 12-meter shot.
It's a tough break. We'll see what CU can do to defend this 12-meter.
Duttenhofer had it knocked loose. Ball's loose and picked up by Elena McCloskey. There's a call, and Colorado will get the ball.
Yeah, and
4 minutes to go in the game.
Someone down for Boston College here. Is that?
Looks like a time. They'll stop the clock with 3:56 to go.
And that is Duttenhofer. That went down for just a moment. Up now, just trying to shake off that valiant effort into the 12-meter shot. But it is CU ball. And they need to go now. They need to score probably on this possession.
Well, they get the long pass, and they hit to Sobel. Sobel passes it. So now Colorado just trying to get some good possession time, and well, Colorado will get possession.
And you see how Boston College is playing very aggressive defense despite still being up here by 3 goals. And it's worked for them, and CU struggled to find the back of the net the past few minutes or so.
Here's Chott. Chott flips it behind for Grotta. And that pass goes out of the stick of Matthews, and that'll be a turnover for Colorado. 3 minutes to go. And it looks like Boston College is going to be able to kill this one off and stay undefeated.
Yeah,
with 3 minutes to
crucial
go.
blow there in that last turnover. You needed a goal there to avoid Boston College from just. Well, they're going fast here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Just a nasty.
The nail in the coffin.
Nasty, nasty, nasty.
Fifth
spin
goal
move.
of the game for Katie Duttenhofer.
And you just saw how she's able to move on their feet. Surprisingly going quick there. And as a timeout will be called.
Yeah, I think it's a timeout. It's going to be called by Colorado again.
Yeah.
Now down 4.
4-goal deficit, 2:45 left. Tough to overcome. Nothing's impossible, but you saw how Duttenhofer just was able to just catch CU off guard. Maybe they were thinking they would just sit back and wait for Boston College to set up a play there, but Duttenhofer just went right at him. Nasty spin move, and the rest
the
is
largest
history.
lead Boston College has had this half.
Yeah, largest lead I believe since it was 5-1.
I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah, tough break here by CU. I think tough break for CU, and they're gonna need to really get things together fast, play very, very aggressive defense, just pull out all the stops. Got nothing to lose. Number 1 team in the country.
Yep, you gotta win every draw from here on out. I'd assume you have to control every single one.
Yeah, and not just the draws, but those completing passes, those.
Yeah, you're right. You can't just you can't turn over the ball by missing a pass.
Right,
That is
obviously
yeah.
a no-brainer, but I do think those turnovers are going to need to be just like, keep things safer, on the safer side on this first draw, but as soon as you see Boston College start to maybe loosen up, just attack and attack and attack again. So you see the bench still has some energy. They're not giving up on this one.
Bench still has energy. They're not going to just go away. They're going to fight, and they're going to try and win this thing despite being down for the count. .245 to go. And the draw is going to be floating down into the Boston College zone, still loose, and Colorado controls. And there's a big hit. Colorado gets control there. They're going to whistle. Colorado just has possession here, under 2.5 to go.
And if you're going to score, you pull out everything, you score. You put everything on net you can.
And ball loose and picked up by the Eagles. Another whistle guarantees the Eagles have possession with about 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, and at this point you need to play just kind of a full court press. Just attack everything, try to force any sort of turnovers possible, and not allow the Eagles to just sit back and take more time off.
So they'll just send it behind for Grace Arthur, who would just hang on to it as much for as long as she can. So Arthur now.
Saw how she's able to push through that trap. Just set up more.
The give. Behind the net. You can see Georgia and Michigan making their ways to the sidelines as they will take over the benches once this game comes to a close.
Yeah, Boston College really just playing keep away here. Look at this.
Oh my goodness, a double hat trick for Katie Duttenhofer. 14-9.
A beautiful cut to the net once again by Duttenhofer. And if that last goal by her wasn't the nail in the coffin, that one certainly is.
That one just rubs salt in the wound. And well, Duttenhofer averages 6.4 points per game. I think she's gotten the thinks she's keeping that average.
Yeah, she'll definitely. She got the 6th. Maybe it'll round down a bit, but
Well, I think she did. I would not doubt that she got at least one assist
Yeah,
in this game.
True,
So,
true.
if anything, it's going to go up. Ball's loose and picked up by the Eagles. Under a minute to go. And it's the largest lead that Boston College has had today. Tied for when they were up when they were up 5-0. Score, gets a good pass, goes off of Ganter's stick, poked around, and Kuhlman has it. And, well, did something wrong there. Boston College picks it up with just about 30 seconds to go, and it's safe to say that this one is in the books.
Yeah, just about. And tough break there by CU, trying to get one more last run at the net. But clock's still running here. Boston College is tossing it around, finishing this one off. And yeah, solid effort here by the Buffs today. You know, some of those 8 meters, if they went the other way around, there were a lot of 8 meters. So
Yes.
some of those go the other way around. This is a different ball game. But
it looked like Colorado had all the momentum going into the second half, but Boston College stole away the momentum and cruises in the second half to a 14-9 victory over the Colorado Buffaloes. Number 1 stays at number 1 and stays undefeated.
yeah, and you like the effort by Colorado, especially in that second quarter. That second quarter, you really saw how they were able to keep things within reach. But unfortunately, CU just unable to really get back into this. They were never able to tie the game. They got it to 1. That's 7-6. But unfortunately not able to tie this game. Boston College stayed pretty much in control for most of the second half, and unfortunately pulled away at the end. So CU, a loss, but not one to be too worried about, I wouldn't say.
No, it looks like Boston College has played like this all season, so it shouldn't be a huge knock on their resume, especially if they win tonight and tomorrow against Michigan and Georgia, the 2 teams that will take the field and play in just about 15 minutes. As we approach noon on this Saturday afternoon here in Boulder, Colorado,
Yeah, and
Boston College cruises to a 5-goal win.
those other games are big because you could kind of exert all your effort and your game planning towards a team like Boston College being undefeated, and but you can't forget that you still have some more games to be played just in a few hours against Michigan and then tomorrow against Georgia. So good effort, nothing to hang your hat about for CU, but Boston College is proving their resume more and more.
More and more. So they've now taken down number 2 and number 4 here at the Mile High Tournament. Boston College staying strong at number 1. And well, we'll let all the fans trickle in and out as they get ready for Michigan and Georgia, number 6 versus number 3. I think that'll do it for us here at Sco Buff Sports. We hope you've enjoyed this 2-man show. Harrison Simeon has been running the camera and has been doing a color commentary. My name's Alex Roberts. I've been doing your play-by-play and running the graphics. And well, thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast here on Sco Buff Sports. We'll hope you stick around so that you can see the Buffs in action tonight against Michigan or tomorrow morning against Georgia. But with that all being said, thank you for tuning into this broadcast. My name's been Alex Roberts. I've been joined by Harrison Simeon on the mic. Thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast one more final time. And, well, have a good day, everyone. There's still plenty of time in this day. Have a good one. We'll be back. Yeah.
Still plenty of time.
Still plenty of time.
Still plenty of lacrosse to be played.
Plenty of lacrosse period to be played at the Mile High Tournament. Don't go away. If you're here in Boulder, you're not going to want to miss any of these games, because they're pretty big here, closing out the regular season for a lot of these teams. Thanks for tuning in this broadcast. We'll be back later this afternoon. And you heard it here first, folks.